What is going on, everyone? Supreme Kami over here, and today I have the privilege to be showing you guys my latest shooting build over here. So it is getting towards the end of the year, and I do want to do like a more or less like a all-encompass of what is my best build for a 2021 shooting based build over here. So here is what we have. So I actually did went back a little bit more, just one more rotation for example, and I was able to get the second V head right there. And I actually do have a few nippers, that's why I went ahead and upgraded this guy to level 6 right now. So we are looking at a 34 to 34 ratio split, all traded, red marks and all that good stuff over here. So this is what we are looking at. So I'm not even that far away from hitting another 600 shot attack. Like right now, right here, in terms of the stat we're looking at, this is more or less something you can potentially see on a just or normally 6-star basis with a main part plus a sub slot. That is usually where you can get around to, but this single head piece right here is able to get up to 13,665 on itself. And then 6,000 defense. This is beyond unbelievable. This is like nothing we've ever seen before. So just kind of run down my build. So I actually did use 3 7-star parts right here, and that allowed me to probably gain, I want to say, roughly about 15 to 20,000 more or less. Do keep that in mind. I can definitely go over that 160,000 more if I wanted to, but that will definitely me having to sacrifice a lot of good parts rate. This build right here is, I would have to say, is perfected in a way that it's gonna do a lot of good damage. It's gonna hit hard. It's just gonna be able to do decimate any event possible, right? So let me actually go through the whole build with you guys and just talk about what kind of power boosting we're looking at. So all in all, in terms of the actual meat, the portrait, like the actual EXQ power boosting and shooting power boosting all together, we are looking at, I believe it's actually 100 or no 475% if I'm also including the bonus trait right here. So I included these right here, not the one up there. Those are definitely something I will need to get replacement fairly soon, I would say. So yeah, 700 or no 475 power boosting, EXE slash shooting power boosting, and not last but not least, we got some buff EXE effects as well, so that will accumulate up to 75 as well. So yeah, this bird right here is honestly a monster if I have to say so myself. So let me actually start things out by going with like kind of the basic with like why I use the part I'm using. So in terms of the war type that I have, a compass over here is going to be exclusive commander and high firepower. So just more or less like a generic setup. All right, starting off with the head over here. So I have the second V right there, subsliding it to the Freedom Gundam big scale. That right there is going to give me, they share one war tag right there, so that's 10% plus the big scale difference. So you're getting what is it, 30%, 30 point. Since this one is level 5, I should be getting roughly about, what is it, I think it's the 33% actually. Yeah, so 33% instead of your normal 30.5%. So that's why you're rounding up to 16,000. So oof, 16,000, like that's a number we had never seen before. So good parts right here, so nothing to talk about that right there. All right, in terms of the torso, so I went for actually a lower number than I can potentially get. So talking about the Hakashiki, so this one right here is already perfect with any shooting based build, but if you take a look at the Banshee Norn, this is actually a lot more superior because this one is giving you a buff EXQ effects up by 30%. So this one would definitely outweigh this right here any time of the week. So the best one I could have definitely subslot myself is going to be the Double Sky Mobius because they both share the same vortex, so they are going to be able to pump up to a 30 or 23% instead of just a 15. So you guys can definitely see the difference right there. The Banshee Norn being one of the first Sokai unit having a alteration, this makes it a very old unit, so that's why you're not going to see any increases that compared to one of the later shooting based build over here. So but the portrait wise definitely outweighs a lot of the stat you're seeing over here, so that's why. So moving on to the arms over here. So the arm over here, we have the Hakashiki arm again. This one does pump out a 6,000 on base right here, and it's almost at 7,000. This one I also did upgrade us to like a level 4, so just a little bit. So this arm right here is something that I do want to get a replacement soon, but I don't think with the amount of resources that I have put into this arm already, I'm just gonna hold off on that at the moment. So what I wanted to use is gonna be this one specifically. Let me filter by the strongest. The one I wanted to use is actually this guy over here. This one right here is actually the better version to use because this one actually does share one of matching war tag, and this one is actually going to be our next 40% trait arm. So this one would be the better option, but I have already invested into the hot scramble, so I'm not gonna go through the whole process again. So yeah, so or I could actually use the Jet Arch Gundam as well, because this one for tech attribute is giving a no, this one over here, if I can find it. This one over here is giving a above EX skill effects up to a 30% for our tech attribute. So this one is something I will primarily use for arena specifically if I needed a little bit more boosting. The first portrait is only going to be boosting melee, unfortunately, but you know, second portrait is where it all matters. Alright, moving on to the leg part, we have the P attribute for Armor Unicorn leg over here. That I want to say that leg right now is looking to retire fairly soon, I will have to say, because they did recently roll out the tech attribute Unicorn Gundam. That one does also have a 40% trait legs, and that one is a big scale, so obviously gonna be a lot more better. But this one is still a viable option because you're able to subslot this one to the big scale freedom, giving you up to a 40% trait right there, because they both match war tag right there, matching war tag, so you're gonna get that scale difference. So totally you're gonna be getting a 40.5% right there. So this combo right now to this day is still one of the better ones to be looking at. I'm not really gonna go out of my way to use the big scale on this one, like the 7-star at the moment. I will probably wait for maybe some potential 7-star on the big scale, and then we're talking, right? So so far this one is still holding up, so no complaints in that regards. This one over here, we look at a Reborn Gundam and then subsiding to the this unit right there, so not bad overall. This one is going to be giving me this right here. This is a welfare event part, and this is on my coincide with like a lot of my soul cut parts, and you know, a lot of Gundam Fest part. Just because like this one is a warfare does not mean it's bad. Like this is this is one of the better parts trait you can ever find in a shooting based warfare part. So must have for sure 50%, so that's not bad at all. Alright, moving on to the melee weapon aspect, we have the big scale freedom on the front, giving it a nice juicy 2k on the front right there, subslotting it to the double sky Mobius, because I don't know why I subslotted this one. Originally I needed it for the high firepower, but later on I didn't really need it because of the second V head. So this one is still going to be a main stable for now because of this, you know, right here. I needed some inertial charge boosting, so it's a must have for at the moment. So alright, moving on to here, I finally do have the Judd Arch Gundam twin buster rifles ready to go. They are fully level 99 right there, so this one is definitely going to be giving you that 40% trait across the board. So this one is pretty good. I don't know how long this will actually last because this one came out on a pretty, I want to say it came out too long ago, but with the 7-star introduction, I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to replace it, but we'll definitely see. But this one right now is still one of the better options to be running. Alright, moving on, we have the build project. Reborn's gonna shoot, and then subsetting that to the infamous Cosmo shield right there because of just how amazing it is. This one is gonna be extremely viable. That's why I'm running it on my shooting based build, despite the fact that I'm not really getting that much boosting. So pretty good. And the last one, at least, we have some pilots over here. So this one's gonna be a double 99 or level 99 build project pilots over here. We got the Camille right there, as well as the Gram AQ. The Camille I actually did all treated level 99 yesterday. Because I wanted to use this one because this one is actually giving a pretty sizable chunk of shot defense, while the Gram AQ initially does not. So that's why I went ahead and changed it up. I don't know if we'll ever get a 7-star pilot soon, so that's why I don't want to jump the gun. Like I actually did jump the gun. I could have waited, for example, but my patience is running low in terms of trying to build like a best build, you know. So this right here, like, overall, what I have right here is definitely going to be the next milestone in terms of what I'm going to be using on my stable main, you know, shooting build unit. I don't think anytime short I'll be placing the first 3 parts up there. I think what they are right now is very valuable. I don't think, like, the thing is, I don't think I'm going to reinvest, right? Even if there's going to be like a new 7-star rarity for like the shooting based unit, I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to invest again to the same type of deal. So this is more or less going to be like a one-time thing, to be honest, and then whatever the stack comes out after that, I can kind of care less about that. So this is more or less like a initial thing to do. So what I'm gonna be doing in this boost specifically, right? Obviously, I want to be showing you guys what kind of damage this one is doing. So in terms of EX skill, we are packing. We have a offensive up right here. So this one is going to be offensive up. What is it? Beta right here or gamma. This one's giving a 45%. And then this one, the Archer Sense, giving a 49%. And then last but not least, the EX skill that we'll be using is going to be a level 10 Hyper Mega Bazooka Launcher. So I just purely want to see what kind of damage we can get out of. And then up next, I'll definitely swap to a different skin. And just more or less using it on, let's say, if I were to take down like a multi-mission boss, I want to use 3 EX skill. How can that fare? So this one right here. This one is going to be the next one I will be using. So this is going to be more or less like a second testing afterwards. So then after that, I'll probably go into my friends list and just kind of, you know, 1v1 a few of my friends and just kind of see how, like, I have a few friends that have some extremely tanky builds. I just want to see how fast we can just take them down for, say. So that is going to be the plan in terms of like actually taking it into battle and see how they actually perform. So yeah. 3 EX skill, one of them is going to be awakenable. This one right here, the EXS, the reflector income. And then the other two are just a basic EX skill that does have any awakenable effects. So that is going to be good. So I'll be able to stack all those attacks together. So without any further ado, let me actually hop into some damage testing for you guys and see how truly powerful a 157,000 shooting base unit with 475 and a 75 buff EX skill effects can look in a, you know, just some kind of gameplays over here. So we'll be right back. Okay, so I am at my own creative mission testing ground over here. So I actually, in terms of enemy lineup, I have myself right there in a speed attribute, but the skin wise is actually literally the same as this one over here. So we'll definitely see how that one goes. So in terms of going against a shot based enemy, for example, we do have a little bit of a higher shot defense to be playing around with. So in terms of damage wise, it may not look the most impressive, but we'll definitely see with like 3 additional buffing we're getting. This should be pretty insane, I will have to say. But you know what, before further ado, let me actually go in now and see how it actually goes. Alright, we are in. So what I have to do now is I'm just going to quickly activate all those EX skill right there. Obviously, I'm going to activate the buffs first and we'll see how that goes. Activate all that right there. Just gonna wait until he comes. Yeah, okay. Activating the same EX skill there. So let's see how are we doing so far. Wow, 1 million per hit right there. And that final blow, we're looking at 10 million. Wow. Okay, what do you guys think? Do you guys think this is pretty impressive right there? Oh my gosh, that was quite strong. So I believe in terms of those every fun hit right there were at least, I want to say 8 hits in total. So we are clocking probably around 1.6 million around. It's not that impressive, to be honest. Like, do keep that in mind. My shot attribute build is quite tanky as well in a way. So, but I think that is a pretty good in a way. I don't know. Like, do let me know how do you guys feel about hitting like just a flat 10 million right there. I think it could be better, definitely, but definitely not too shabby at the moment. So in terms of the next one I want to be testing out, it's definitely going to be, let's say I have a 3 enemy setup over here, which I have created. So what I have in terms of the enemy lineup is basically a few shot attack unit. They may or may not have the highest stats, but they're just purely for, you know, for dummy purposes. All these are going to be mode multiplier. They're just basically going to be the same. So I'm just going to run it through once again. But this time around, I'm going to be changing up the skin to a 3 EX skill setup. And that should be a good testing as well. So this one over here. Yeah, so this one's going to be 3 EX skill. I just want to see how this one performs under a build like this. So let me actually now hop in and see how that one goes right now. Alright, so we are in now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to activate this right here. Going to use the reflector income first, because that one's going to be my buff EX skills. So that should get the buffs rolling right now and see how that one goes. How much can you hit for this one? 4 million, okay. Not bad. A fundamental combo right there. So this one shouldn't hit that hard because this one is only an 8 power. S Pierce though. Keep that in mind. S Pierce is gonna hit like a truck, I guess. 5 million right there. Okay. Let's see what this one can do. I do hope that the buffs are still active from the first one. I don't know. Let's see. I feel like this one's gonna hit a little bit weaker. 6.2. Okay. I don't know. That one looks pretty impressive as well. So we went from 4 million, 5 million, and then 6 million. So all in all, we were roughly about clocking in around all in all, like probably well above 2 million. If I have to say, or even more than that, maybe 3 million, because like the last two is already 10, and then we're looking at the middle one like 15 million already. And you had to take into account all those little individual hits along the way, and yeah, just crazy. I have no words. Like literally, we're gonna use all these power here. So the last phase right here, what we're gonna do, I'm going to take on my few friends, especially the tanky one. I just want to see how they will fare against them. So let me actually hop into that, and then we'll be right back. Alright, so my first victim that I'm gonna test again is gonna be one of my friend over here, Manga over here. So I'll see how his build is actually. Like he has one of the more incredible tank build right here. Like even compared to mine is like kind of minuscule to compared to his. So we'll actually see how this one goes over here. He is actually tech attribute as well, so we'll see how this one actually performs. I'm actually gonna set this in auto so he can get like a fair clean fight. So it's not that fair honestly, because like I do pack a lot of like custody XQ, and they will definitely stretch to any reduction type portrait anyways. But we'll definitely see how that one will go as well. So we'll be right back. Alright, we are in already, so got that limit break active already. Because he is actually a defender, so he can might as well just block all my attacks right here. Yeah, I'm taking quite a lot of hit right there, and okay, is this gonna block? Is he gonna block it? Yep, look at that. He blocked my attack. Yep, I gotta wait for the other two to kind of roll back around, and I'm gonna be taking a lot of damage right there. Alright. And he got some damage. Oh Lord, no, 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 no. Get away from that. Oof. We almost took the bait. My gosh. How much of it? Yeah. There's no, it's just unfortunate tank build cannot even tank like a custody XQ. That is my problem with like a, you know, like an actual tank build right there. So it's quite unfortunate. Alright, up next we have Smiley over here. So this build right here is actually a free to play. Like I believe Smiley never actually purchased any horror chips, for example. So this is like a completely 100% free to play grind horror chips over here. So definitely see how this one goes. Like I feel like this one is going to be a very advantageous to me, because tag attribute going against the speed attribute. So yeah. But we'll see. Oh, not the right build. It's this one over here. So alright, now let me hop in and see how this one goes. So let me maybe change up the map right here to this one, and bam. Alright, let's see how this one goes. I don't expect this one to be any problem, because this was not actually like a defender type. But yeah, let's see. Just waiting for the EXQ to come alive. Okay. So this one's gonna go off first, and it should, yeah, no problem. Like it's really doing a lot of damage, and that one final hit right there, he demolishes it. Yeah, but you guys can definitely see that in terms of the damage the unit right there was able to mitigate is actually quite impressive from what I have tested in my own testing ground right there. So it's not bad actually, not bad. Alright, last but not least, we have Rex over here. So he is actually going to be one of those build where it's the infighter, but it's actually, well, this, he actually set it to defender this time around. But this is going to be another power reduction type build here. So we're just going to see how this one is going to turn into. This one is going to be another speed attribute, and I'm fighting against the S attribute or tech attribute. So this one may turn into like a one-sided battle again, but let me hop in now and see how this one goes. Let me actually change up the map. This time around we will probably do for, you know, Desert Arena maybe. Yeah. Alright, bam. Alright, so we got the limit break active already, so let's see what we can do. So this one's going to be a defender type again, so this one can very well block a lot of my hit, obviously. Okay, getting mopped right there. So does he have any let me see. Ooh, blocked right there. So okay, really impressive, definitely. Okay, We'll see. I just gotta wait for the other EX skills. So my Limerick is currently out of time, so out of commission. So not gonna be taking any additional attacks from there. So, oh god, okay. Calm down, please calm down. Don't. Oof. How many are we taking though? That's the question. I don't think we should be taking that. Oh wow, that's literally more than half. Oh my gosh. Is this one gonna go through? Yes, this one will go through. Okay. I want to see how much this one will actually hit without any limit break, without any prior buffing. So, oh wow, we actually penetrated to his what you call it, revive as well. So there you go. Cussing EX skill literally goes to anything. Okay. Alright guys, so with that being said, that is going to be pretty much it in terms of some showcase for my latest shooting build unit over here. So right now it's probably going to be my best time to kind of stop, just kind of wrap things up with 2021 over here. When 2022 rolls around, I'm pretty sure the next milestone for me personally, maybe trying to get up to that 200 K shot attack or even melee attack, for example, because we are definitely on the road to doing that, because a lot of people right now are already hitting, let's say, at 170,000 180,000 and all that, because like 7-star being a little bit more accessible with weeks by weeks going by. You can definitely get those 7-star awakening circuits even without purchasing via the hardship source and all that, because you can definitely get 3 pieces per week. So I'm pretty sure pretty soon we should be getting the next milestone. But it's just my concern is with so many power creeps, what kind of event do they even have in their backs to just kind of support all these right here? Because to be quite frank with you guys, there's just literally no event that would require this much amount of attacks that I'm possessing over here. But I hope that they do have, let's say, a hard event upcoming for us, so we can definitely look forward to that. But with that being said, that is going to be pretty much it, and then I'll catch you guys all on the next one.